Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Embracing Your Life. For those who don't know me, my name is Rachel Rebecca. I am a traveling respiratory therapist, and I'm also a brand new author. The name of my book is called The Power of Yourself. So if you have not gotten your copy, please do so. You can go to my website, embracingyourlife.store. Also, Amazon has it, Barnes & Noble's, Target, Walmart. Feel free to go on those websites as well. So today I know it's been a while since I've done a video. So today I wanted to talk about how to find housing as a traveling respiratory therapist. How, especially during this time. So, it's just for people who maybe you're a brand new traveling therapist and you really don't know what to look for. I just, thought I'd make a video. Maybe it'll give you some little pointers and tips. Let's get to it. So the first thing is, when I first started, I decided to do like company housing. Just in my opinion, just from learning, I would never do like corporate housing again. I had a pretty good corporate housing, but they take up just about all of your money, so you're really not earning much. So it's like it defeats the purpose unless you just want to go and explore and you don't care about getting like $900, $800 a week. Then yeah. But like for the past year, I've been doing like my own housing, after I've gotten over that initial first year of learning what to do and what not to do, what to take and what not to take. So I just wanted to like give you some tips if you're a brand new traveler, or if you've been in the field for a while and you just decide like, I want to get out of this corporate housing thing, I want to make some more money. So first things first, I did Furnished Finder. That was my top choice. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been some good things and it's been some bad things, and I can go over some of my experiences. But there are some things, honestly, like some good perks, and some things is like you want to run seriously. But it's been all for the good overall. So Furnished Finders was a good thing for me. Honestly, you go to their site, just put in Google Furnished Finders, and it'll pull up, and you put in the location of where your assignment is going to be, and it puts in within, usually mine's been within like maybe 30 miles. Some people have contacted me like an hour away, but I just turn them down. So once you put in for like your housing request, tons of people call you. They email you, they blow your phone up, they send you pictures. Just be prepared. So when you sign up, you're going to get tons and tons and tons of call. You just, learn out. I had to learn how to weed certain ones out. So, like for this assignment, took an assignment. I left California to come to Connecticut to help out with COVID because they really needed some help. So, my landlord that I have now, he literally sent me, I went through and I saw pictures, but he contacted me. He didn't bogart, but he just did it in a way that kind of piqued my interest. And one of the things was, they give you a list of choices to choose from, like, do you want a private bath? Do you want a pool? Do you want washer and dryer? Like, so it's very important for you to fill that stuff out, so it can weed out some of the places that you don't like. And so my landlord, he had fit just about all of my criteria. Actually fits it all. For Connecticut. And so what he did was, he called me first, but I don't answer phone calls. I don't know. So I I let him, he ended up texting me. And so he texted me all the pictures, and they were legitly like the one on the website. And so got him on the phone. We talked. He seemed like a nice guy. He said, okay, this is what I want to do. And I said, okay, well, just for my comfortability, I don't want to put down like a huge deposit. Like he wanted first month and then deposit, but the deposit was the same as the rent. And I'm like, I'm not doing that because I don't know if you're a scam artist. So you have to really be careful for that. So what he ended up doing, he's like, okay, let's put down just a couple $100. So I'm like, okay, just like $300. That's fine. $300, that's not a bad thing. So if it turns out to be like a scam, it's just, even though it's a lot of money, it's not the whole amount of the rent. So just be, you can be cautious like that. So if you find a landlord that's kind of willing to work with you like that, then that's like for me, that was like my point. And so he had everything here. He had a pool, he had washer dryer, he had full blown kitchen. He's got like a chef's kitchen. But the thing that I really enjoyed about doing Furnished Finders is these places that I have been finding, it's like you can have the option of renting a room or renting a whole unit or staying in a hotel. But because that's on Furnished Finders too. But I've been like renting rooms for like the past year, and I love it that way. I love it that way because these people are like family. They treat you like family. We have dinners, we have parties, we have pool, we have like get-togethers. You know, it's small, y'all. It's COVID, so it's very small, but it's still like family. It's like small. Like I want to say no more than 10 people, and if that. And so we still, that's what I enjoy. And before the COVID, it it was like the same, like dinner parties, cooking for each other, having roomies. It it's been one of the greatest things because you don't have for me, I'm single, not married. I don't have my family with me. And so when God blesses you to meet people and to rent a room, you learn to be a part of their family, especially if they want to include you. And for me, fortunately, I've had people that want to include me and have dinner nights, have game nights. It's been a blessing. So I really enjoy Furnished Finder. So that would be my first, recommendation, because I've had really great experiences, but at the same time, I've had some rough ones. Like with this house, you have to, like I told this landlord, he has got to get this fixed because people are not gonna want to stay if you don't get this fixed. You have to be careful if you get a place that have like their own septic tank, because you have problems where stuff can back up, and we've had that issue a couple of times. And I tell you what, I wanted to run, so I really did. So you have to be very mindful of that, and if you feel like it's too uncomfortable where you are, just as long as you don't sign a contract, maybe you can talk. And like my landlord is very understanding, so if that first time that happened, if I wanted to be like, hey, look, I'm pretty sure he would have worked that out. And he also ended up giving me a discount because it was a very big inconvenience. So again, that was the bad part of it. That's the part I just kind of wanted to run it first. But he was he understood. He took some off the rent. He got it fixed ASAP. It was very accommodating. So you just kind of watch out for things like that. That stuff can happen. So if you want to make sure you find a place that does not have like a septic tank system, I would recommend it. Ask whatever. If you don't care, that's fine. The other issue I think I had was somebody that was different, like religion. She was very, 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 very tough because she wanted you to be like her way, her way, her way. And so you can run into things like that when you do try to find a room for rent. So, those are the things that you might you might have a problem with. So if it doesn't bother you, just go in your room and don't care, that's fine. But me, I'm one that I'll be outside of my room. I like to talk to people. I'll be outside I'll be, talkative. So that was kind of a little issue for me. But that was kind of the pros and cons on that one. It's also, you can find places that are cheaper too when you're renting a room. So just be careful ask questions, lots of questions. And you can always, as long as you don't sign like a lease or anything like that or a contract with them, you can always just say, hey, I can't. It's, no big deal. Find your next one. Just be very selective when you go into Furnished Finder. The another one I would say is Airbnb. Airbnb is good, but the only thing I have an issue with Airbnb is like the service fee charges, the cleaning charges. What ends up being like a $900 will end up being like $1,200 a month after all that. So it's, if you want to do Airbnb and you're only there for like 30 days, less than 30 days, or you're doing a contract, then that's fine. I just do the Furnished Finders because everything's included. It's no service fee and it's no cleaning fee. So it's been really good for me doing the Furnished rather than Airbnb, but to each his own. I've seen, like, my roommate did his Airbnb, and they actually negotiated and worked out something when it came to the cleaning and the service fee and everything. So if you can find somebody that negotiates really good and gives you a good discount, that's fine. Another one would be like the corporate housing. There is, like, my company will like give me like some selections for corporate housing that I can go and talk to, without them having to like put me in housing, which will, lessen my pay. So just, see if your company will do that. And corporate housing is good with that. That's by yourself, and they have pretty good selections. Depends on who your company is. Like, mine had been like Medical Solution, and before that was Arias, and now they're merged. But they had really good corporate housing. But again, when you do that, if you get your company to do it, you lose a lot of money. So if you don't care about that, that's fine. But I would suggest, trying to go out on your own. Furnished Finders, HomeAway, Airbnb, even Facebook have places that will post like, hey, I have a room for rent, plus I have a car for rent, all for like $1,600. I saw that in California, $1,600 a month for both. So you just have to be on the lookout. Let's see. And another thing is, I have found a couple of RTs that and nurses that use their RVs. They went literally, the girl left her full-time job, decided to go traveling with her family, and she got an RV. She got a big old RV. So some people do that. They buy an RV to go cross country, everything. And that's been beneficial. So that's something you can do if you want to take your family, if you want to get your own and you just drive it across country or pull it across country, do it. It saves you money. You just have to, when you go to different spots, to like camp it down, you're going to have to pay like a fee. So, that's another thing. Let's see. One more thing would be, let's see. Well, I told you all the perks, and the only cons I had was those two issues. So during the COVID, I know lots of travelers on Facebook was having issues with people canceling their stays, but luckily when I came to Connecticut, which Connecticut was hit really hard too. New York is nowhere from Connecticut, so New Yorkers was coming up to Connecticut, and so it was big. But thank God it's calming down here in Connecticut. But luckily I didn't have that issue when it came to COVID. My landlord, this house is huge, y'all. It's like 5,000 square feet. So we're in the basement. So what he did, he accommodated us this way. He said, okay, until this thing calms down, you guys will be in the basement. This basement is basically like a huge 3-bedroom apartment, but the only thing is we're sharing one bath, which sucks. But he gave us a refrigerator. We can come up like twice a week to wash like our clothes, and we had set times of where we were coming up to cook, and so and then we had to you go from the back to the front to our cars, out the back door. So he did it that way, and so that way his family wasn't affected. And so you just have to find people who will like be accommodating. A lot of people I found were just very thankful and grateful and intrigued, like they want to talk about it, they want to ask questions, so so I just wanted to come on and tell you, like, there's some good like pros for doing your own housing. But if you guys have any other questions, any tips, just let me know. The Furnished Finder to me has been the cheapest. But I will say that I've seen, like, when I did my assignment in Maui, one of the guys, he would do the Airbnb, and like every 30 days he would just be, switching places all across the island, for every 30 days. So, and that is beneficial because if you get a place that you don't like, because at first here I didn't get along with my roommate at first. Oh my God. But, you know, ever since it's been, you know, it's been a work in progress. That's the other con. Sometimes you might not get along with your roommate, but hey, it happens. That's the risk that you take. You live, you learn. So yeah. But if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. Any tips. But again, my all-time favorite is Furnished. It's the cheapest to me. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. Please be safe. You guys, please, 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 as a respiratory therapist, please wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Please, North Carolina, wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Y'all, it's so important. It's so, 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 so important. I had to tell one of my landlord's friends, like, how dangerous this thing is with COVID. He's like, oh, you know, I want to go ahead and get this, you know, so I won't get it again. I'm like, bruh, you don't want this thing. You do not want this thing, and you can't get it again. So don't be wishing that on yourself. You guys, please, this thing is serious. Wear your masks. I hope you guys keep safe. I hope you have a good night. Catch you later.